Okay, y'all, it's almost that time of year whenever you want to have some snacks because you may have company over to watch a ball game or you might have friends over after church, but you need something to begin your meal. So a while back, we went to this Italian restaurant and they brought this thing on our table, this little bowl on our table with all these herbs in it to dip our bread in. And so I asked the server, I said, what in the world is in this? It was so good. And he wouldn't tell me. Well, that's not true. He said, there are like so many, I can't even name them all. So I had researched and researched, and I think I found it so that you can make it yourself. And it's super easy, and it's also very pretty, especially if you get a pretty loaf of bread that you really love. So here we go. You put in your little bowl. So here are all the herbs. It's a teaspoon of crushed red pepper, a teaspoon of basil, a teaspoon of oregano, a teaspoon of rosemary, a teaspoon of granulated garlic, and a half a teaspoon of salt and a half a teaspoon of pepper. Now that's not all we're going to put in, but that's what we're going to put in first. So I'm just going to try and get it all in the bowl without spilling it everywhere. I love bowls, buy them all the time. Sometimes people will write to me and say, oh, I had that bowl. Did you get it at, such a place? Usually TJ Maxx. And I said, yes, I did. Anyway, so we're going to put all this in our little container and then I'll show you how pretty it is. I hope y'all are doing well. And I want to say to everybody, thank you so much for following us and subscribing and sharing our videos and commenting. It helps so much, more than we can tell you. And we're appreciative, for sure. So let's get all of our herbs in our little bowl here. And believe it or not, this goes a very long way. So you probably have all these in your pantry. And if you don't, just substitute what y'all like best. So anyway, it's a very easy recipe to replicate and make it your own for sure. Now, I use the crushed red pepper because that's what I found was in the recipe, but I could have easily used cayenne pepper. I could have easily used a little dash. In fact, I'm going to do that. A little dash of Dana Dash. Let me get it. In here, because what I have found is it just adds a whole lot of flavor to everything. So here's our Dana Dash, and then we put it all together. Now I have a clove of garlic, and I'm gonna smash. We had garlic powder, but this is very garlic forward. So we're gonna smash our clove of garlic. I'll get it right in a minute, y'all. In here, I'm kind of twisting my head because I think I cut the top of my head off. So sorry if I did. It's okay. Main thing is seeing this. Okay, our clove of garlic. And then what I'm going to do is, it called for dried parsley. I never buy dried parsley because frankly, I just don't like it. And so I am just going to snip a little fresh parsley right in here. And honestly, I think it'll add a lot to it because it will make it just a little bit fresher tasting. So anyway, here we go. Our fresh parsley. I'm going to garnish the little bowl with a little fresh parsley too. But you do need it snipped pretty fine. So let me go over this a little bit more. All right. And so then you put in your olive oil. And I'm going to mix it together one more time because of the garlic. Okay. Now, can y'all see that very well? There's our mix. Okay. Now I'm going to put the olive oil in there. So you just pour it over it. Oh gosh, y'all. And you can actually smell all of the herbs. Super yummy. I'm going to mix it again. Okay, there we go. Now this is such a fantastic dip. And honestly, it's pretty healthy because olive oil is really good for you. And so all it has in it is olive oil. Nope, nothing else but the herbs and olive oil. So here we go. Let me see if I can. And I'll tell you what else we did was we asked the server that night for a little bit of balsamic vinegar and thought, it would kind of be fun for it to have a little bit of brightness. So then we just kind of poured a little bit just like that. And you can see the vinegar kind of floating on the top. And then what we did was we had some bread. And what I have here is sourdough bread from Great Harvest Foods here in Nashville. It's a bakery that has the most delicious fresh bread ever. And now they researched and they started carrying sourdough bread. But before they started baking it, they really did research the origins and got this starter from this woman who had been making sourdough bread forever and ever. And so they were really pleased with their product. And I am too. I mean, they make it one day a week and you better be there or you're not going to get any. So all you do is you take your bread and then you dip it like this. And I think it helps to get a little bit of the herbs on the bread, and then you taste it. Delicious. Y'all are going to love it. Bon appetit.